All people are influenced by media. Sales of TVs rose by 50%. The government spend spend most money on healthcare. True, the statement agrees with the information. False, the statement contradicts the information. And not given, there is no information in this. So if you don't have any information about that, so that is not given. So now if you see, yes, no, not given. Yes, the statement agrees with the claim of the writer. No, the statement contradicts with the claim of the writer. Not giving, it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about it because there is no clue in the passage about that. So he said not given. So the technique of dealing with true, false, not given, and yes, no, not given is the same. So true, false, yes, no, the same technique. And passage one, for example, if we say the majority of the pupils who graduated university found it difficult to get a job, and after finishing their tertiary education, all pupils had difficulties to find employment. So if you read this one, what can you understand? If you read this one, the passage and the question, what do you
After finishing tertiary education, all people have difficulty.
The majority of pupils who graduated university found it difficult to get a job after finishing their tertiary education. So first of all, one thing is paraphrasing is very important. Means the vocabulary, to wind you up with the vocabulary, because vocabulary, like different vocabulary, but would have the same meaning. So like now they are winding you up with this word tertiary. See, tertiary education is basically the university education. So if you see, the majority of the pupils who graduated university or after finishing their tertiary education, same thing. And what they are saying you have to look for is, they are saying the majority, and then they are saying all people. So now you have to watch out the majority and all people had difficulties finding. Here they are saying majority of the people, means not all of them. But here you see they are saying had difficulties to find them. They are saying all people. So there is a contradiction. So either all or not all means the majority is opposite. So that really means it's false. So here they are saying the majority of the people. That means to be even 51% people. The majority, not all of them. They find it difficult to get a job. See, but in the other one they are saying that now, but they are warning you about this one. If you don't know this vocabulary, you will get stuck at higher education, and you will just be thinking about that if they use this trick, and then you will forget the main thing, which is the majority and all people. So that means it is false. Here they are saying majority, and in the other sentence passage they are saying all people, means 100% of them. So obviously they are kind of opposite, either all or not all. So this one is false. Okay, so if you see now this one, the charity raises money to pay for the education and the daily needs of poor people. The charity spends more of the money, raises on schooling for people than on their daily requirement. So if you read this one, what they are saying, the charity raises money to pay, but if you see raises money to pay for the education and daily needs. So they are not saying anything that in the first one, what percentage or how much money the charity raises. They're just saying charity raises money to pay for the education and the daily needs of the poor people. So it could be like 20%, it could be like 10%, it could be like very less amount, and they would be having like some salaries and other expenses, the rents and other expenses as well. So they're not telling you about the money. The charity raises money to pay for the education. It could be like maybe more money, but they're not telling you how much money. But in the second one, they are saying that charity raises money to pay for the education. The charity spends more of money, raises more of the big part of the money on schooling for poor people than on their daily requirement. So if you see daily requirement and daily needs, they are the same thing. Education is the same thing. But what you are not sure that here, this one, you know that they spend more of the money. Means the lion's share of their money is going towards the charity, towards the poor people on their schooling and daily requirement. But in this one, they are not saying anything. The charity raises money to pay for the education and daily needs of poor people. So that would be not given. Because there is no contradiction. There is nothing like confirmation. They are not the similar things either. So here in the first one, you cannot find out. They have not given that what percentage or how much money, more money or less money, charity raises for the education and the daily needs of the poor people.
Okay.
So this one is not given.
Okay.
And if we go down, at present in America, just over 400 million acres of land is being used for agriculture in America. Just over. Not exact 400, could be 401, 402 million, could be 405 million, could be 410 million. At present in America, about 400 acres of land is allocated for agriculture. So if you look at this one, you tell me yourself, one thing you would understand. See, it's not about matching the word, it's about matching the meanings, because words can be different. Like you see tertiary education. So words will be different, but they will be the same meaning. You have to match the meaning, not the words. So if you look at this, now you have to find out what you have to do the keywords. The words, like they will be trying to wind you up, and the answer is like hidden. Here, just over, you see just over. Yeah. What is the meaning of just over 4 million acres? Yeah.
It's more than. It's more than, right?
Just over. And if you see about,
so it is false.
About is roughly. So even if you look at somebody and say, oh, he is about 30. So it could be like 31, it could be 29, it could be 32, it could be 28. So here, when they're saying
when we say about 400 million, it cannot cross 400 million, right? Over 400 million is it's crossing 400 million. So it should be
400, it can be less than 400, it can be more than 400. It can be even 400.
When we say it's about 400, so we can take it more as well?
No.
So he's not sure about it. When we say about
even more, could be even more, it could be even less. Even if you are guessing somebody's height.
So in case instead of about, if they use the word approximate, what should be the meaning? That is also more or less when
you go for mathematical calculation, then you use approximate, or like you are calculating the exact. Approximately is like more closer. Approximately is like you are very close. But when you say about, you are like not like very close. When you say approximately, his height is approximately about 5'10", means very close to 5'10", almost 5'10".
Okay.
But when you say about 5'10", could be even 5'8", 5'9", 5'11". So it could be like less, it could be more. Approximately, you are very close. You are almost there. approximately. You have done some research. You have done some like measurement. You know, approximately is about that. But more, it's like more of a random answer.
Okay.
So you are saying about 400 millions of acre land. So now, so over 400 million acres or about 400. That's where you have to understand. So if you say about 400 in present at present in America about 400 million acres of land is allocated to agriculture and just over 400. So that means it's true because about even could be more than.
Okay.
If it's said less than 400 million acres, less than, then you would know here over
It is 4.
and less. They are like kind of opposite. That means that
Okay.
less than 400 million acres. They are not saying that. Even if they said, see, they are saying like exactly. If they would have said approximately is like very closer. Even that could have been correct. But still, like even the approximately could be 401 as well.
Okay.
But if they would have said exact 400 million acres,
Okay.
yeah. So then that it would have been opposite.
It will be.
So here it's 100% it's over 400 million. So about 400 million acres means that could be more than 400 acres.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
So you got it. So that is true.
Mhm. It's very tricky.
Yeah, got it here.
Yep.
See, if they had said less than 400 acres, then you would say 100% they are like there is contradiction and they are opposite. Then you could say that that's like false. Or even if they wouldn't have mentioned about this, the area of the land in the second one, then you could say not given because they haven't mentioned anything about the land. But they have mentioned, they're saying about. So about means even that could be even more than 400 acres. If it were less, they would have used less than 400 million, less than 400 million acres. Then it would have been positive. But they're saying about means roughly, means to be like a bit more than 400. So we always like take true. If they say whenever they use about, so that you take it as kind of true. About like to be more than 400 million acres.
Okay.